Alright, you guys want something new and different for your horror film? Okay, what have you got? Alright, so get this. Instead of a haunted house that a new family moves into, we go with, a swimming pool. How about that? How about we have a haunted swimming pool instead? Huh? 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 Did you even try coming up with a new idea? Come on, isn't that enough? Huh? Isn't that a cool idea? Huh? Huh? Whatever, at least it'll give us a quick buck. Hey guys, this is Jason. I'm reviewing Night Swim, directed by Bryce McGuire, and it's about a father, played by Wyatt Russell, who is a former baseball player and had to be forced to go into retirement because of a serious illness he has, and both him, his wife, and his 2 kids move into this new house that comes with a pool that they have fun with at first, but later on they soon realize that this pool is haunted by an evil spirit that takes people when they swim in it. This movie came out in January earlier this year, and most of the time movies that come out in January are pretty crappy, and that is the usual thing whenever a new year starts in January and we start off with some really crappy movies. And this movie is no exception. Night Swim is a terrible movie in almost every way. It fails to be a horror movie for some of the horror moments, and it fails to be a drama for some of the family moments as well. The way they introduce this family and how we're supposed to care about them and how they introduce the pool and why we should be afraid of it just didn't work because they made it all feel so boring. Because most of the stuff is just scenes where we get the dad trying to deal with his illness and he's trying to get better, which that part I will admit doesn't bother me a whole lot because you do get to feel some sympathy for him. Wyatt Russell does an okay job as the dad. You can tell that he is really trying in the film. In fact, a lot of the acting feel like they were trying, and they do the best they can with the roles that they got. It's definitely one of the only good things I can find in this film. Interestingly enough, Wyatt Russell is in some stuff like Falcon the Winter Soldier as John Walker, but he was also in 22 Jump Street from 10 years ago. Anyone remember him in that movie? There were a couple of cool shots in the nighttime scenes when the pool is getting ready to kill one of its victims, and some of the fog and the nighttime stuff does give it a good and creepy atmosphere, and that's one of the only good things I can find in this film as well. Everything else, though, it's just crap, because barely anything happens in the first half of the film, because most of this film is just the dad reminiscing about his old life as a baseball player, and some normal family stuff where his daughter is inviting a friend to swim in the pool, while his son is also starting to get a little suspicious about the pool because of what he went through when he was in the pool himself. But not much comes of it, because this kid is the only one that's suspicious about the pool until he says it to his mom later in the film, and he records someone in the pool being possessed by the pool, which, by the way, that recording that kid does never really comes back after that scene for some reason. And we also get random scenes that are supposed to build up the fear factor but don't do much, and they just add in some random jump scares that aren't effective. Most of the jump scares are very obvious and they don't really build up to anything at all. We also get random scenes whenever a character is underwater in the pool and he sees the character above the pool and swims up to that person to see that person, but when he gets out of the water, that person's already gone. Like, what was the point of that? Was it supposed to build tension? Was it supposed to make the audience scared? Was it supposed to build up to something? I don't get it. That part doesn't make any sense to me. And most of that happens in the film where you just sit there bored out of your mind waiting for anything to happen. For when you get to see the pool finally do something terrible to this family after the first 50 minutes of the film, which makes the rest of the story feel like a complete waste of time. There are also some parts in the movie where you do expect a movie like this for a character to do something stupid. Like after the son finds out that the pool is haunted, he hears that his cat is in one of the pool chairs and he gets on top of the diving board to try to reach for the cat. Like, you still have moments where characters are doing stupid stuff like that, which apparently that stuff still happens in horror films. There are also some moments in this film where I just couldn't help but think that feels like other movies, like whenever we get the camera underwater and we see people swimming underwater. When those shots happen, I just couldn't help but think of the underwater shots from Jaws at times, and I also couldn't help but think of the Jaws theme at times. And there's another movie I couldn't help but think of in the third act, which I'm gonna spoil it. Don't care. Don't watch this movie if you haven't yet. So when the dad gets in the pool, it starts making him feel healthier and stronger, and he starts to feel like he's never been better in his life, but then it starts slowly affecting his mind and starts poisoning his mind because the pool has been doing a lot of good stuff for him, but not for his family because they're suspicious about that pool. And then in the third act, the pool just starts possessing his mind and he tries to kill his own family. I just couldn't help but think of The Shining when that happened. Night Swim is a really bad movie. I really don't recommend it. Yes, the atmosphere is decent and creepy. Yes, the acting is fine, but it doesn't really save it from a very boring story, dumb and bland characters, moments that feel like they came out of other movies, and barely anything scary happening. Guys, I obviously don't recommend this film. Like, if you want to see a movie that came out this year, then go see Dune Part 2 again. Or if you want to watch something on streaming, then just watch Lisa Frankenstein on Peacock. I'm gonna give Night Swim a D- because there were a couple of moments in the atmosphere that looked okay and some of the actors tried. Alright, those are my thoughts on Night Swim. If you've seen the movie either in theaters or on Peacock recently, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing because it helps my channel grow. Hit the notification bell so you know what other videos I'm posting. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.